Today we're learning how to wire an Ethernet cable for your skip line system. All of the communication for your SC12 system is done over a CAN bus network, also known as Ethernet cable. This allows the core to communicate with the data logger, master switches, and driver boxes, as well as other peripherals. Before you get started, you'll need to gather some essential items. First, you'll need the CAT5 cable, which you can get from most major hardware stores. We recommend getting the braided wire as it's more flexible, which makes it easier to run with less chance of damaging the wires. You'll also need Cat5 connectors. These are called RJ45 connectors, an Ethernet crimping tool, wire cutters, and an Ethernet cable tester. Remember, when running the cable, be sure to secure it to avoid any potential snagging or other damage to the cable. Once it's run, cut the cable to the desired length using the wire cutters. Be sure to leave a few more inches than you think you'll need in case it fails testing and you have to cut the cable to make a new connection. Also, if you are using connector boots, slide that on now. We recommend using them to keep the wire from getting kinked behind the connector. They also help dust and other contaminants from getting into the port. Next, strip the outer jacket of the Cat5 cable about 1 to 1.5 inches from the end. Be careful not to damage the inner wires. Most crimpers will have a place to do this that shouldn't nick the wires at all. You'll notice that the wires are paired or twisted together. Untwist the pairs and straighten them. This may take a minute, but making sure that they're straight will make inserting the wires into the connector much easier. Once they're straightened, arrange them in the following color order from left to right: white orange, orange, white green, blue, white blue, green, white brown, and brown. Using the wire cutters, trim the wires evenly so that they're about a ½ inch long from the jacket. This will be enough to make the connection, but not so much that the wires are exposed behind the connector. Hold the RJ45 connector with the clip facing down and carefully insert the wires into the connector, ensuring that each wire goes into its respective channel. Carefully push the cable in until the jacket is inside the connector and all wires reach the end of the connector. Be sure to double check the wiring order before crimping to avoid incorrect pinouts. Place the connector into the crimping tool and squeeze the crimping tool firmly to secure the connector to the cable. Now repeat this process to add the connector to the other end of the cable. Remember to label both ends for easier troubleshooting later. Once both connectors have been made, use a cable tester to ensure proper connectivity and check for any miswiring or faults. If the cable tester shows miswired or no connection, double check each end for the correct wire order and make sure that each wire is fully inserted into the RJ45 connector. When you've identified which connector is bad, replace the connection and retest. When the cable passes, congratulations, it's time to paint.